guys!
So even before we created this channel, we thought about what videos we want to make, and one of the ones on the list was our favorite movies and TV shows. Anyways, we kind of wanted to do that because we want you guys to know what movies we like and what ones we might be talking about in the future. And so without further ado, we are Sheila and Dustin, and this is our list of our favorite TV shows.
Darling, you send me.
First up, we have The Good Place. This show is about Eleanor Shellstrop, and after she dies, she ends up in the good place. But the catch is, she does not belong there. And the show follows her trying to figure out how to become a good person and to stay in the good place. And along the way, she meets a person named Chidi, who is overly nervous, Tahani, who is rich, and Jason, who is dumb. Another reason why I like this show is because it talks a lot about philosophy and ethics, and what goes on like in the human mind and what makes a good person a good person.
Alright, next up is Parks and Recreation. And if you don't know the show already, you really should. It's what kind of brought us together. It's both of our favorite shows, pretty much. Mm-hmm. It follows Leslie Knope and the Parks and Recreation department in a place called Pawnee, Indiana, and kind of their day-to-day basis, like, activities. And a lot of other really lovable characters like Ron Swanson, Tom Haverford, Donna Meagle, Ann Perkins, and many more. The reason why I personally love this show is because it's really wholesome, but it's also comedic. It's very similar to The Office, so if you like that kind of humor, you're definitely gonna love Parks and Rec. However, controversial opinion here, I like Parks and Rec better than The Office. Yes. I'm just saying.
Why are you the way that you are?
And all the characters are super lovable, and the relationships are super cute. It also has some really great actors, like Chris Pratt is in it, before he was like Guardian of the Galaxy.
And built.
Yeah, and Amy Poehler plays Leslie Knope, and she is the best.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really good. And it's also by Michael Schur, who did, again, The Office. He also did The Good Place, but he also did Parks and Rec, and another show we're talking about here, so we kind of just love his shows a lot.
The next show that we have is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This show follows the 99th Police Precinct.
In, guess what? Brooklyn.
Hey, what? It follows a lovely band of police, including Jake Peralta, Amy Santiago, and Rosa Diaz. Honestly, you don't really know it. You don't really need to... Okay. Honestly, you don't even need to know anything about this show. It's just really funny, and if you like cop shows, but on crack, you're gonna definitely like the show.
Yeah.
So go watch it. It's still on the air, and the rest is on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, go watch the rest of the show.
The next show that I have on here is also on Netflix. It's called Anne with an E, and this is kind of where I draw the line of, it's not really comedy, this is a different type of show. It's a drama, and it's a retelling of Anne of Green Gables, which is like a children's book from a while ago, but this show is so good. I made him watch it. So if you don't know, this show is about a girl named Anne who is an orphan that gets adopted by the Cuthberts in Green Gables, Avonlea. And it basically details her teenage years and kind of coming into school and making friends and her relationships and her life in Green Gables. And it's really, really well done as a remake. If you liked the 1980 version of it, I think you'll like this one more, even though it is a bit darker and it deals with more serious issues such as racism and sexism. It deals with them really, really well. And it has such great character development, especially from Anne and from Marilla and Matthew, who are her parents. Honestly, if you want something to kind of cry to, but also, you know, make you have a lot of hope in the world, watch that show. It's so good.
Yeah, Anne is honestly like the most positive character
ever
in like Netflix history.
Very true. Yeah, so things I like about the show are, first of all, Anne. She is really annoying at first, but I promise she has really, really good character development. Her dynamic with other characters is really interesting. For example, her and her best friend Diana, they have a lot of ups and downs, but eventually they kind of find their way back to each other. Similarly, she has that dynamic with Gilbert Blythe, who is her rival in school, and eventually her love interest. It's a really wholesome show, and you should watch it.
So another show that I really like, it came out last year in October, I believe, and it is called The Haunting of Hill House. It's by Mike Flanagan. He directed a lot of stuff like Oculus and Hush. Haunting of Hill House is honestly like so artistic in the horror genre. I'm gonna say it, but it is a masterpiece. I am so in love with the show. It balances horror, but also a lot of family dynamics. Also, this show is a lot like This Is Us. So it follows this family who is in this haunted house. It tells a story about them as kids and them as adults. So it tells them during the actual occurrence of the haunting of Hill House, but also tells a story of the aftermath and how they're dealing with it as adults. It's not jump scare horror. Like, it's not like today's horror where it's like, ah! And you're just like, ah! Like, that's scary!
Oh my god.
This one gets under your skin. This one, like, you're scared to go to sleep after. You think about it afterwards. Even if you do get scared easily, like she does. She watched it though, and
yeah,
she loved it. So, like, you guys should watch it because, like, it also involves a lot of drama. So if you like drama, then go watch the show.
Next up for me is Skam, or Skam, but it's a Norwegian TV show. And I know you might be clicking off, but just stay with me here. It's a kind of teen drama. I don't want to say it's similar to Riverdale because it's not at all.
Riverdale is something
but
else.
It's another teen drama. However, the characters, number one, are pretty properly aged, so they're not 27-year-olds playing 16-year-olds. Wow, yeah. Also, they dress really appropriately, which is, it does feel real. The characters look real, dress real, talk like they're actual teenagers, which is one of the biggest pluses of the show, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird.
The way that it works is each season is dedicated to one specific character in these two kind of friend groups. There's a girl group and a guy group, and so the first season follows Ava from the girl group and her troubles in life and relationships and stuff. The second season follows Nora, and then the third season follows Isak, and the fourth season follows Sana. The representation is really good. They have the fourth season, which follows Sana, who is a Muslim girl, and kind of how it is to deal with that in today's world. Also, it's really interesting because it's Norwegian and they have a lot of Norwegian traditions, and so you kind of get to learn about things like Rusifyring, which is a really weird tradition they have over there, but it's pretty interesting. And because it is like foreign, I think it actually adds to it because there is an English version remake, but it's really, really bad. So yeah, I'm just talking about Scam Norway here. So if you're into kind of teen dramas in America, but you want something that's better, watch Scam. You can watch it on dailymotion.com, and if you look up Scam English subtitles, there's a master blog that's dedicated to all Scam and Scam Remake subtitling, and it's really, really good.
The next show I have is NBC's AP Bio, which follows a ex-Harvard professor named Mr. Griffin who gets kicked out and is forced to teach AP Bio and is trying to get revenge on his nemesis, Miles. The whole season follows his attempts at getting revenge on his nemesis, but with the help of his wacky students who are also lovable.
Hey boy, you're smooth like dripping off of. Give me that sugar mess.
The dynamic between the teacher and the students is honestly so funny, and how they try to take down this one dude. It's so different. It's like a really wacky sitcom, and the second season just builds up.
Also, I want to add the second season is way better than the first. The comedy, oh god, the comedy is so good.
It's so good. All the new characters they add to it also just builds on this show. It just gets better and better each episode.
Definitely go watch it. The next one I'm sure you've all heard of is Black Mirror. Black Mirror is a show on Netflix which is about technology and dystopia, and basically each episode follows a different storyline completely, even though they're kind of all in the same universe. Think of it as like the Twilight Zone, but modern day and with technology. And it definitely is one of those shows that makes you think about it afterwards. It's really, really mind-blowing. It's honestly one of the most well-written, well-played out shows that I've ever seen. Personally, I really like the episodes Smithereens, Shut Up and Dance, and Hang the DJ. I also really like 15 Million Merits, even though a lot of people don't like it. But the one thing I really do like about Black Mirror is that it has pretty much something for everybody, in the sense that nobody has the same favorite episodes and nobody has the same least favorite episodes, because they're all really good. It just depends on what you like. And so I would say if you like more technology stuff, you have that. If you like more, human drama, you also have that. Plus the acting is really, really good, and you might even see some of your favorite actors in it, like Daniel Kaluuya. I know he's in 15 Million Merits, or Letitia Wright. She's also in Black Museum.
And most recently, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus was in an episode of season 5.
My very last show, it's on Netflix. I think you guys have all heard about it. All my shows are on Netflix.
TV shows and exclusive series instantly.
Yeah, I know.
Most of them. Okay, it's Stranger Things! I know we're wearing this in the last video, but who motherfucking cares? The show is honestly so amazing. It started that whole 80s craze and like that whole trend of just taking back to the 80s, the whole aesthetic. Stranger Things follows this group of kids, including Mike, Lucas, Dustin, and Will. Will unfortunately gets captured by a monster from the place called the Upside Down, which is our like our world, but flipped. It's flipped. It's really disgusting and gross, and there are a bunch of monsters that can kill us. Also, the writing is phenomenal. Like the writing is just so good. The directing by the Duffer Brothers is also really good. The cinematography. This show is just so beautiful to look at. Oh yeah, there's a person who has powers in this show, so go watch this.
And finally, my last show is Queer Eye, which is Netflix's reboot of the pretty old show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, but this one is Queer Eye More Than a Makeover. It's a reality show, but like it says, it's more than just a makeover. If you feel like really shitty about the world and the kind of state we're in right now, watch this show. I promise you, it was like one of the best decisions I made. I feel like if you want to take that step to have self-care and to kind of be a better person, this is the show to watch. It's similar to Tidying Up with Marie Kondo in the way that it lets you escape the world, but it's just so uplifting, and each episode will make you cry, laugh, and everything in between. If you didn't know, Queer Eye is about these guys called the Fab Five: Anthony, Jonathan, Tan, Bobby, and Karamo, who each are part of a crew that helps make over these people they call heroes, and it takes place in the Deep South, and they're 5 gay guys making over these guys' lives, and they change them for the better, and they always have like an event at the end which they're striving to get towards. And Jonathan does hair, Tan does fashion, Karamo is a culture expert, but he's basically a therapist, Anthony does food, and Bobby literally redesigns these entire houses. He just kind of quietly goes around, comes back at the end, and their entire house is done. So if you can tell, Bobby's my fave.
Okay, that concludes our favorite TV shows. Most of them are on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, you're lucky. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and we are Sheila and Dustin. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bye!
Bye.
Darling, you